An eco jeweler branding case study this week featuring program alumnus Sally Howe from How Fine Designs. This is a great insight into how my On Her Terms branding program works. To help a female brand owner like Sally, who is highly creative and a major expert within her field, to build confidence in the fact and logic side of brand strategy, so that her natural flair can support her growing her brand in the direction she wants it to, on the terms that she has for her career, life, and business. If that sounds a bit like you, then stick around. Just gonna have a little sip of coffee. No one's ever gonna know. It's so hot in here. I'm not gonna take off my clothes, don't worry.
Hi, Sally here again. again. Right. Hi, Sally here. Okay, so now I'm going. Hi. It's only my name. Right, let's do it. I love videos. Not.
If you've always wondered about brand strategy feeling a bit like nonsense, or maybe for you it feels like it's unnecessary because you have the creative eye and business, then by the end of this episode, you're going to see how my On Her Terms branding program, all about brand and strategy, worked out for my very creative client, Sally Howe from How Fine Designs, and how it helped her build the right amount of confidence to get laser focused on working on the right next steps for her strategic business growth. Here she is now.
Hi, I'm Sally, and my business is called How Fine Designs. I make handmade jewellery using recycled silver and gold. I make it for mostly female entrepreneurs and coaches.
So Sally, what makes you a real expert in your chosen field of eco jewellery?
My previous experience was as a BBC graphic designer. So I've had a lot of history in the creative field. So everything I've done has been creative, really. After we relocated, I started to train to be a teacher because I wanted to actually do something in a different area. I've really enjoyed teaching children and then teaching adults how to make art. So then fast forward a few more years, I decided that I wanted to do something creative for me. I then learned jewellery. I did it first of all at evening classes, and then I did a lot of self-teaching from YouTube and all sorts of books. Then I found Jewellers Academy and I started to do courses with them. And since then I've been doing in their membership, and I've actually joined their team, and I now mentor on the silver diploma. Now I've done the fine diploma, and this year I've done the advanced diploma as well. So I'm upskilling myself as well as helping others to do the same. Silver diploma is about learning from scratch how to hold a saw, how to drill holes, and how to use a solder torch, and how to put things all together. And then the fine diploma is just honing those skills. And then the advanced, that's taking things to the real pro level. This ring, for example, here, you can see it's got a tension set ring in the middle, which is it's a moissanite, but it could be a diamond, and you can see it hanging in the middle there. And it looks like there's no way that it's held in there. And then we've got channel setting on the shoulders either side, which is the stones are kept inside. And that's the sort of thing I've been learning to make recently. It's a lot more advanced and it's so much fun.
And what was the deciding factor for you to take the leap and join my On Her Terms branding program?
I was doing too much stuff in my business and not going in any particular one direction. So I was a bit scattered and fragmented. I have way too many ideas and I just get overwhelmed with what I can do, because I know I can do everything. And it's just that there is not enough time to do everything. And so then I thought if you could help me with that, I would sort of be able to work out where to go. I felt confident that from your branding and things that I had seen that you would know what was missing from my brand and how to help me to actually get that.
If you've tuned into my TV before, you will have seen that I am a huge fan of creating as much behind the scenes content as I possibly can. I got Sally to agree to recording a series of diary cams so that we could document how she felt, whether it's good, bad or ugly, as she was progressing through my On Her Terms branding program. So now we can flash back in time to when Sally was just about to begin.
So it's going to be interesting. I'm a bit nervous about being more visible on video and everything, but I know that Laura's going to be able to help me. So I'm quite excited about that too. So yeah, I've got to put myself out there, and I've got to turn up and show up and put in the effort. I've got a big discovery workbook that I need to go through. So that's quite daunting, but it's also got a lot of information that I thought, oh yeah, I do need to think about that. So yeah, we'll see where we end up.
One of the integral stages for Sally on the programme was learning more about her customers, and we do this relatively early in the programme. This was her opportunity to deeply reflect on who she served in the years that she's been trading. Then she took an analytical look at which customers were most profitable and compared that to which customers were in alignment with how she wanted to be known as a brand. And then the most important thing, reflecting on which customers have brought her the most satisfaction and joy in who she served. Let's take a look at how she felt about this.
Hi, Sally here again. I think the biggest takeaway I got from working with Laura on understanding my clients better was that I shouldn't be worried about asking for feedback. The overall client's takeaway was that they loved working with me and they really, really loved their jewellery. So I felt, yeah, that was really nice. I've watched quite a few YouTube videos about customer avatar, and before doing this, I think I probably would have chosen an avatar that was the one that was the most obvious, but not necessarily the most helpful to me as a brand, because I think many of the other businesses will be using that also. So yeah, it's quite good to actually choose one that was slightly less obvious. And in fact, in the end, I've decided to choose a blend. Working with Laura on this in her methodical way was really super helpful, and it really helped me to embrace who I am and how I can help my customers. Doing things this way has helped me see my customer needs guidance and support, and more specifically, they need help with working out how to actually make some custom jewellery without knowing anything about the industry beforehand. So that's my role, to actually make it a smooth process that they can actually go through without stress and worries. The next bit is to do with my role in my customer's life and buying journey. And if I'm honest, I feel a little apprehensive about this, but yeah, I think it's going to be helpful in the long run. So let's do it.
One of the modules we get into later on in the programme is how to articulate in detail the personality overall in your brand. We then finesse this out further with real life scenario forecasting, and by pinpointing the supporting creative direction with creative anchoring. Here's Sally again.
Hi, Sally here. Okay, so now I'm going to be talking about archetyping and personality part of the programme. I'll be honest, going into this module, I was feeling a bit scattered because there were so many directions I could go. What I see now as totally helpful before doing this part was the previous modules like competitors and client feedback. Without the right level of detail, I don't think I would have been able to decide where I fitted in when it came to my archetype and personality and what my brand should look like. The final module was all about creative direction, and this is totally fascinating to me. So I was looking forward to it, and I had a pretty good idea about how detailed Laura was expecting me to be with this. So what stood out to me was learning how I could appeal to my clients by applying what I'd already learned and to put some of my background as a teacher into my application. I know that I'm a laid-back sort of type of mood boarder. I prefer Pinterest, and so this has helped me to embrace immersing myself into creative inspirations like watching movies and reading stories, which I know that I would have never prioritised as a genuine business task before doing this. I've always tended to do more of my own creative stuff because it feels like part of my wheelhouse with my skill set. I can see clearly that continuing to do everything myself isn't really conducive to growing my business. I can see how articulating things to this level of details has helped me to process my own thoughts and ideas. And some of the things on my mood board have actually been on my notice boards and on my Pinterest account for floating around for years. So yeah, it's been really cathartic to get this level of clarity. But thinking ahead into the future, I can now begin to see how I could feel a lot more in control when delegating creative tasks out to people who are experts in the field without stressing about how an investment like that will go wrong and cost me money as well as additional stress.
Sally, 6 months after having completed the programme, what do you think the results look like now in your business with the benefit of hindsight?
It was really, really useful to actually hear some of your feedback when I gave you my findings of what would be good to do next. And so it gave me a bit more of a road plan and a map of where I can go and what I could focus on, because I could have done any of them and any of them probably would have worked, but I just then worked out that actually hearing what was working well in my business back at me when we've got things that we'd found, discoveries, etc., from clients and feedback and things like that, then I was able to actually go, yes, my business was like too many different directions all at once. So it just made things more difficult. So now I find that actually I know the top priority for my business, and then I've got several others that are just next orders. So I worked out that the wedding ring workshops were going to be my primary focus, then the bespoke, and then after that the collections. And I think that with me doing diplomas and things, that I needed that focus particularly, because I think otherwise and I've worked part-time for the Jewels Academy, so it was literally I was trying to do too many things at once. Now I've been able to sort of give myself permission that actually I can do priority of things, and then everything else sort of slots in place. And it's given me permission to actually say, I'm not going to do everything now. I can park a few things and come back to them, like the collections. I know that I'm going to axe a lot of things off my website very soon once I've finished my advanced diploma, and then I will be able to sort of make it fresh and new and all the things that I've been planning. So it's really helped me to actually know a lot more about my customer, that I can actually tell quite quickly within a couple of minutes when I get a customer onto a call whether they're going to be a good fit for my business. So it's given me a lot more confidence to actually move along if somebody's not the best fit for my business, and actually I can send them to other places, etc. But actually once I've identified that they're a good fit, I think it's really good that I can just know that I'm confident that they will be good to work with. When I get customers come to my workshops for the wedding ring workshops, they are usually really interesting people, and I seem to manage to attract the right sort of clients. So I think once I get to know them, I think I've had lots of doctors and lots of people that do sort of further education, and they're quite well educated generally, and they're my sort of ideal client. Once I've got the customers come for the wedding ring workshops, they tend to then come back for anniversary presents and presents for relatives and friends. And so the bespoke side of my business then benefits from me nurturing those relationships with my lovely clients.
So you see, Sally was able to create her own focus using her creative intuition abilities as well as the all-important facts and logic. She now has an easy to implement marketing plan that is already underway. The important side of that is that Sally's business is now a profitable business. Maybe more important than that, she now has the benefits of a smart workload. So she's able to schedule that crucial time when you're a creative to give her creative curiosity space to blossom and bloom so that she can make sure she's growing as an artist, which fulfills her soul's purpose. You can apply to the next round of my On Her Terms branding program by visiting laurapearman.com/on-her-terms-apply. Sally, why would you recommend this program to other people who were in the same boat as you before you began?
So if you're a little bit like me, that you know what you would like to do, I think Laura's the person that can help you achieve that, because she brings all of these things together and gives you the full package of how to get there too.
And how can people find out more about what you do?
So you can find out a bit more about me by visiting my website at howfinedesigns.com, and there you'll see my bespoke jewellery and my wedding ring workshops.
And where's the best place for people to connect with you on social media, Sally?
You can find me on Instagram. I'm at howfinedesigns, same everywhere else.
If you've enjoyed learning about Sally's Eco Jeweller branding case study with me today, then you're going to want to take a look at these episodes. This is my Meet My Clients playlist, which is full of lots of different real life clients experiencing my service and all of that all important behind the scenes content. I'll see you next time. Mwah. Now, before you go anywhere, don't forget to subscribe. Mwah.